I've lost my mom when I was 16, and I just became so grateful for everything I had. That's the beautiful thing about entrepreneurism and capitalism as well, is that there's no cap, right? And so people, they don't have that kind of mindset. Like, it doesn't get pushed onto you, right? But I don't know what it is. It's a blessing in disguise that we get triggered through these different scenarios in our life. And I think that's something that the successful people use, is that when their ego gets triggered, they use that as fuel. And so that's what exactly what happened with you, is that when people were telling you no, it triggered you, and you were like, you know what, I'm going to prove you wrong. And that is actually what we need to have in our life every single day, because every day our brain is programmed to turn us to be lazy, to tell ourselves, oh, we work too hard, we should take it easy, we need to rest, this might not work. And at the same time, we're going on social media or watching the news, and we're hearing all these noise. It's all programmed to bring us down. It's to lower our vibration, right? So that's why this is actually a very very cool thing that you just mentioned, that a lot of successful people apply, is that they purposely get triggered by these things, and I'm actually proof of that, because whenever I go and do sales calls, this is where I got from my door-to-door days, is that whenever people would tell me no, I'd get so jacked up because I want to go prove them wrong. I want to go find people who will tell me yes, right? And so in a way, I'm gonna channel that into my work, and that's very similar to what you did. You channeled that into your work ethic, and then you came up, right? You were competing with one of the top people in their talents. That's a huge lesson, I think, for people to know, that to use it, but also use it carefully, because it's a very powerful thing. I mean, you pulled out your hip because of that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. When you get a little bit too full of yourself, right? When you take things for granted, those things can be snatched away from you like this. So what's the moral of the story? That plate of food in front of you, don't take it for granted. Your mother, your father, don't take them for granted. Your amazing body that you worked hard on every single day, when you say, oh, I'm just going to chill out for the next week and not do jack shit, you're taking it for granted. When you look in the mirror every single day, you should be thankful for your hands, your limbs, your face, everything that you have. You can't take that for granted. Because when those things leave, I'm telling you, it's the worst feeling in the world. You've probably felt that, bro. I mean, I've seen one of your recent posts, so I know you felt that, right? It's difficult.
Yeah, it is very difficult. And you know what? And that's another thing, though. It's like, it's you know it's something to leverage into our like alter ego, where in order to use that as a trigger, because for example, you just mentioned it, if you lost something and it creates you regret, how does that feel? Doesn't that empower you? Like, it gives you some sort of energy, right? And that energy is used to channel it, take action, right? Because if you take action on that, it gets you started. But it's very powerful, because at the same time, you want to be grateful, like you say, about those things, because yeah, like for myself, I've lost my mom when I was 16, and when I lost her, right away my life completely, like I just became so grateful for everything I had. All of a sudden, I started seeing every woman I saw, I thought it was like my mom, because I could see my mom and her challenges and all the stuff that she went through, her divorce and everything. But like all her work went unnoticed. And when you lose your mom, it's something absolutely crazy. Like, but it's not something you do. You try not to dwell on that. Instead, you take action, right? You try to take action. And everyone handles it differently, but the way I handled it is, I just became grateful for everything that I had in my life. I became grateful for my dad, my grandma, my aunties, everything I had in my life, just the fact that I had a home. And that automatically cancels out any other bad emotion. Like, you can't have fear and be grateful at the same time. It's a very powerful thing.